The coronavirus has had an impact here at Euronews too. Due to border closures, our French-based headquarters has had to reorganise film crews, but our investigative team still has news gatherers on the ground.
The coronavirus epidemic is a disaster for small and medium enterprises all over Europe, in particular in the south and east, but also in the neighbour countries of the EU. This edition of Unreported Europe brings you to Hungary and Bulgaria. But let's start with our colleague Asim in Bosnia-Herzegovina.
We're heading for Loper, a small town located in the north. The coronavirus threatens to destroy jobs. The more people could leave, Loper could become a ghost town. Around 1,300 local people work in small and medium enterprises producing for the French, Austrian, Swiss, German and Dutch market. Euronews got access to the municipality's emergency meeting. The mayor of Loper was one of the first to call for the state authorities to intervene immediately. His team wants help for the business sector, such as state guarantees for salaries during the crisis. If the government don't respond, the municipality could take a bank loan.
The state has to intervene and make a fund to help employers, so that they clearly know that they can keep their workers and that they do not have to pay social contributions throughout the state of emergency.
This man and his wife are worried. Will they be able to pay back the bank loan they signed last year to buy this apartment? He works in a local plant producing heating systems, but due to the coronavirus crisis, he was laid off. He agrees to show us the factory where he worked for the past 2 years.
Now we can register at the Unemployment Bureau. I don't know if we're going to get any payment from them until some official notice. My wife is still working. She will have some salary, so I hope we'll be able to cover at least our basic expenses.
Regional authorities promised an emergency scheme that could provide up to €200 per month for laid-off workers. And the European Union pledged €73 million for Bosnia to support the struggling economy. Usually 100 workers build heating systems here, but now the place is almost empty. The company's director connects via video conference to the Euronews headquarters in Lyon.
Mr. Hamzi, can you still sleep at night?
This morning when I woke up, I thought, is this for real? Or just a dream? It took me 1-2 minutes to get it. The situation is really, really bad.
What is the problem on the ground?
Most components we need are made in Italy. That's the biggest problem today, and that's the reason why we cannot go on producing.
Do you fear that your company could crash down completely?
No, not at all. We are people coming out of a war 20 years ago.
What help do you expect?
It's about money, that's all. We need financial support from the state, from the European Union, from our government.
Stormy times for Audi, Mercedes, Opel and Suzuki. They all froze their production. Car manufacturing accounts for 20% of the country's industry output. Its role in the Hungarian GDP is about 4%. The Mercedes plant in Kecskemét is on hold, but the 4,000 workers still get their pay.
Due to the coronavirus outbreak, the Daimler company suspended the production in almost every plant in Europe. During this period, the company's flexible work time program is applied, based on a collective work treaty, and many workers are ordered to take their paid holidays now.
But car makers rely heavily on hired temporary workers, which are not on the permanent staff payroll. Suzuki held a meeting for the temporary workers on Friday evening, telling them that they were not needed any longer from Monday. The company will not use your services any longer, starting from the 23rd of March onwards, during the time when the production is ceased. We meet with the human resources manager of the temping agency. Some of them have been working for Suzuki for years. Now 600 of them got fired. Will they get some money for a stopgap relief? This is part of the negotiations we have with Suzuki. Of course, we will pay everybody the amounts according to the Hungarian laws. A few days later, we fix a video conference with a spokesperson of Suzuki Hungary, who, like everyone else, is confined at home.
You fired around 600 temporary workers from one day to the next. Are those temps entitled to continued pay?
Workers who are employed directly by our company, they get their salary. The rented one, the hired one, they are not in contract with our company. So Magyar Suzuki doesn't pay for them.
Suzuki is the main client of many smaller firms in Hungary, such as Satina, which makes fasteners and screws for the car maker. Some 170,000 people work in contractor companies related to car manufacturers in Hungary. The director of Satina wants a financial lifeline from the government.
I think that the Hungarian small and medium-sized enterprises can only survive maximum 1 month like this. I don't believe that an average company can finance itself for a longer period than 1 month.
How does Covid-19 impact the small and medium-sized companies in Bulgaria, one of the poorest member states of the European Union? In Sofia, Euronews reporter Damian Vodonicharov meets Boyan Banov, one of a total of 10 employees working for an advertising company. Usually the team is busy with putting on billboards, inviting fellow Bulgarians to buy powerful cars or to pick up a bank loan. Not any longer.
Of course I am worried. It's impossible not to be worried. I hope it'll get better soon.
Do you have less work right now?
Yeah. Since a few weeks, we are in free fall.
International advertisers have put on the emergency brake. Almost all campaigns are cancelled until September, tells us Maya Solakova. In her home office, the manager tries to renegotiate billboard rents with a municipality to cut costs. While her company still tries to keep all employees, other small enterprises had to lay off workers.
Many Bulgarian workers are without work now. Is the government helping them?
Yes, a law was passed to that effect, and the government promised to pay up to 60% of the workers' salaries, and the employers respectively keep on paying 40% of the workers' salaries. However, it's still unknown which companies can ask for that aid, and which economic sectors will get supported by that aid.
Many workers in Bosnia, Hungary and Bulgaria are like Maya. They are seeing more of their kids these days. But they know, employers and employees alike, that the money flows need to come and lifelines are needed to keep living further down the line.